Hello, everyone. Lee here, coming to you from parts unknown. Um, this is our second installment of the Crimson Speed podcast. Our main star has been undercover in hiding, and took me almost a year to find him again. Um, but yeah, we're going to have Wally on the phone here in a few minutes, and we'll be talking this episode mainly about Flash, but who knows where we're going to lead off to. But we're just going to let this flow, and hopefully we get a good podcast out of it. Anyways, here is my co-host, Wally, the comic guy. How you doing, Wally?
I'm here.
Where's there?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Well, it seems like it's been like a year since I talked to you last, but it really hadn't. I think we got one podcast in like December, but
Last year that I talked to you.
Well, it was. By the way, how was your Christmas and New Year?
Well, you know how they go for me.
Yeah. I guess you didn't get anything comic book related or anything like collectible this year.
Well, my daughter bought me a couple Star Wars books and Labyrinth book.
What was the last one?
Labyrinth.
Oh, what's that?
You ain't ever seen the movie Labyrinth?
I don't think I have.
You need to get that and watch it with your daughter.
What's it about?
Basically a girl, or she's supposed to be a teenager. She goes into the world of the labyrinth to get her baby brother back. And it's got all these puppets, and it's really good for a kid show. Heck, even adults still like it.
Was it an older show?
Yeah, it came out in the 80s.
I think I remember that now. I think I remember seeing that.
Yeah, it had David Bowie in it.
Yeah. I didn't see it till I got married, though, because Jessica knew about it, but I'd never heard of it until then. And just now forgot about it until you kind of gave me an idea about what it was about. So, anyway, so did you have a decent Christmas? You said, yeah, you know how those go.
Yeah, well, I wasn't at work, so that's always a good day.
And I figure that New Year's you probably didn't do anything interesting. Not really a big holiday kind of thing for you. Well, anyways, I have no plans for this show, so you know how you always said you carried me? That's what you're going to do this episode. Let's just see how well you carry people like you say you do.
Hey, so tell me exactly, how does it feel knowing that you didn't beat me for the belt? You were just up on my back when I raised the belt up. You just snatched it from me and took it.
Well, if that's the case, why is that title sitting in my house? And oh yeah, it's sitting there. Smoking Skulls by WWE or WWF at the time belt. Absolutely beautiful. Plated, yeah. Who's the champion? Who's got it? And who don't? Huh? That's right. Take a picture of it from your house and see. I can take a picture of it at my house.
Hey, I can take a picture of it.
If you come up here at my house, you can.
No, I can send you a picture right now.
Why'd you take one whenever you ordered it?
Yes.
Okay. By the way, that was like the most awesome gift a friend could ever get. And I want to thank you for that. I touch it every day before I go, when I get my day started. I kind of just like I guess you've heard of like football rituals where they'll touch the sign out of the locker room. That's what I do with that title. But today I want to talk to you about the Flash. You said that was your favorite hero.
Yeah, the Wally West Flash.
Okay, so how much do you know about the origins of Flash?
Again, which one?
The very main beginning. What year did he start, and who was he, and how did it happen?
Oh, technically the original Flash was Jay Garrick. And from what I understood, he breathed in a substance called hard water that gave him his super speed.
So hard water gave him this super fast track star power.
And then Barry Allen came along, and a lightning bolt came and struck chemicals and doused him, and that gave him his super speed.
So, well, when Barry Allen came along, was the other guy still Flash? Did we have a runoff? How did that happen?
Technically, Jay Garrick was in a alternate universe.
Okay.
Like a universe 2 or whatever it was.
So it's one of those where there's like kind of like this. I think Spider-Man did it in this movie, the alternate Spider-Mans or whatever.
I have not seen this movie.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like that premise. So were they doing that back in the like 50s and 60s when this comic book came out, or like how far back did the concept of an alternate universe happen in Marvel or DC?
I can't answer that one. I know back in '85 or whatever, they did the Crisis on Infinite Earths, which was to get all the universes into like one universe.
Okay. Well, we're going with the. You said his name was Barry Allen that took over, and he's in a different universe than the original Flash.
Yeah, Barry Allen was the main universe that people go with.
Did they write off this other guy eventually, or did it just kind of like go away and never been talked about?
Well, he showed up every now and then with Barry, but he became a predominant member in the second series of The Flash, which was what I grew up with, Wally West. He became like the mentor to Wally.
Okay, so, then how long was Barry Allen Flash, I guess, and then Wally would have been the next one up. How long was Barry Allen Flash before they wrote him off and Wally became Flash?
I don't remember the year. I remember it was issue 350 was the last issue of Barry Allen Flash.
Now, did they kill him off, or did he just lose his power, or?
They completely killed him off, and that was he was one of the superheroes that never came back. And I respect that up until last few years they brought Barry back.
In the comic book series, they have him back now?
Yeah. So now, instead of being Wally, I don't know if they're going with a different universe now or what, but I guess they'd have to be, because Wally West is a red-headed, freckle-faced guy. And the current Wally West is the African-American teenager or whatever he is in the comics now.
Okay, so before we get all the way up to the future, we got Barry Allen, and then he dies, and then how does Wally get accepted as the Flash?
He just pretty much takes over the mantle. I forget what issue it was, but he wound up going out as the Flash to make people think that the Flash was still around.
So was he just a really fast guy, or did he drink some of the water, or what gave him his powers?
He got his powers the exact same way from Barry, from the chemicals, because Barry had set up a mock chemistry thing of all the chemicals he had at that time, and a lightning strike came in and hit it and doused Wally with it again.
So was Wally working for him in like a lab or something, and then kind of like an apprentice?
Wally was visiting his Aunt Iris. Barry was married to Iris West, which I think he was married to her at the time, but that was his uncle.
Okay.
So he was visiting, and he just walked into the room, and there have been speculations that the lightning bolt that came, supposedly when a Flash dies, he becomes part of the Speed Force, which is pretty much the lightning and all that. There's been speculation that it was Barry that went back in time after he died, and he was the lightning bolt that came and doused Wally with the chemicals to turn him into Kid Flash.
Okay. Okay, so were they all their profession? Were they all just like chemists? Really? I mean, well, it don't sound like Wally was. It sounds like he just kind of fell into it. But was he a young guy? Did he have a job or anything, or like a normal life?
Wally was just a teenage boy.
Okay, so he was just going to school, trying to just.
Yeah, he just was over visiting his Aunt Iris and Uncle Barry, and all of a sudden, surprise, you got superpowers. Barry was a police forensic scientist, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so other than obviously having the same name as you, why did you like Wally the best? Just because that was the one you kind of first started on, or what made him?
With me, the way I originally see a character, the original one is usually the one in my mind, that's the original, or that's the best one. So I grew up with Wally West as the Flash. That's when I first started collecting comics. And to me, he's always going to be the Flash.
Okay.
I take nothing away from Barry. They do. But Wally, he becomes so fast and had so many extra powers that Barry never had.
Okay, so did Flash ever have Batman has the Joker, Superman has Lex Luthor, and I'm probably sounding like an idiot here to everybody that really does like Flash and understands it. But did he ever have an arch nemesis?
Yeah.
Was there one for him?
Yeah, the Reverse Flash. He was I can't say his name right, Edward Thong, but he was a guy from the future. And at first he idolized the Flash and everything, and his suit was yellow.
I was going to ask that. Was he have a different?
Yeah, his suit was yellow and with a black symbol on his chest.
Was it like the red or whatever, the yellow lightning bolt? It was black.
I don't think the lightning was black. I think it was red, but I could be wrong about that. It's been so long since I've gone back and seen it.
Was he always the nemesis of Flash, even before Barry Allen, the other Flash too? Was that always okay?
Yep, he was mainly Barry's nemesis because he actually killed. If I remember correctly, he killed Iris West, or they thought he did.
Oh, but they weren't sure?
Yeah. See, the problem with the Reverse Flash is he could technically not kill Barry. So all he could actually do is go back in time and just mess with him.
Oh.
If he actually killed him,
he wouldn't exist.
Then he wouldn't have existed.
Yeah, he would not have existed. I got that. I see that part now. Was there any other people they ever had to battle?
Oh yeah, he had his rogues gallery. There was Weather Wizard, Captain Boomerang, Mirror Master. Heat Wave, I think.
Now, were all these people coming from different planets, or were they people that were just normal like him that ended up getting powers and was using it for bad? Or
most of them didn't actually have powers. They just had technology gimmicks.
So they were like a corrupt Batman?
Kind of without that much money. They were criminals and they liked to do bank jobs and stuff to get money and stuff, I think.
Okay, so how long was Wally Flash, or was he kind of still Flash?
No, he did. I think he was up to about 300 issues. So I think it was like 87, the first issue come out.
Okay.
So 12 issues per year. So he went for quite a while.
And then you said they brought Barry back.
Yeah, they did away with Wally as the Flash.
Did they kill him off too? Or
well, he's somewhat, from what I've read, he's still somewhat in the continuity as the red-headed, freckle-faced guy.
Yeah.
But they also got the African-American Wally West in there too.
Okay, so it's maybe like a alternate universe thing again?
Yeah, he was, I guess he ran so fast that he was stuck somewhere in between the universes. And from what I've read, I don't actually have this comics or anything, but I was reading online and said something about Barry recognized him as Wally, and that brought him back to current continuity.
Barry Allen. Okay, so Barry Allen is now the current Flash.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that we got caught up from the very beginning of the first guy, which, like you said, you said they brought him back as a mentor every once in a while, but really kind of...
He was a mentor for Wally, I know. I don't know how much interaction he had with Barry. Okay. Because, like I said, that was before my reading and everything.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to go into some other parts of DC, and then we're going to get into the TV shows. My next question is, which Flash was a member of the Justice League? Who was that? Was it Barry? Was it Wally?
All of them. Jake Garrett was a member of the Justice Society, which is pretty much Justice League. And then Barry was in the Justice League. And Wally was in the Justice League.
Okay, I'm confused on that altogether. I guess it went from comic book to comic book to comic book of their times.
Yeah, well, they always have... Justice League was always updating their roster and everything, so...
Okay, so was there anybody else that became Justice League? Like, I don't know. They killed Superman off for a little bit of time there. Was there someone in a replacement for him? Or whenever Batman got hurt with Bane, did they kind of do the Asbat as one of the Justice League people?
I don't remember Asbat going as Justice League, but not I don't think Superman, Batman, or Wonder Woman, I don't think they've always been in the Justice League. They've always been a big part of it, but I think there were times when they weren't in the Justice League, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, then that brings me to the first TV show that I remember was maybe late 89, early 90s. Had a actor, Shipley. Well, I know it was his last name. I don't remember what his first name was.
John Wesley.
Okay. Wesley. Okay. So, what was he? Who was he? Was he Wally? Was he?
No, they did Barry.
They did Barry on that one.
Yep.
And I remember liking it. I think it only lasted like a couple of seasons, maybe 3.
No, it was only one season.
Was it only one? I remember liking it. I just
Yeah, that show was doomed because it was the most expensive TV show at the time, and they kept bouncing the time slot around, so you never really knew when it was going to be on.
Yeah. So then it was many years after, and now CW. I don't know when that one started. I think I even saw a preview for it coming on. Again, I don't know if those are reruns or if it's still going.
It's still going. It came out, I think, 2016.
Okay, so it's had a good long run because I remember my friend's daughter. She had cystic fibrosis, and one of the Make-A-Wish things was they brought her up to Canada, and she got to be like a part of the TV series and everything, and now she's graduated, so I know. Okay, so it's been on for a while then. You said 2016. So which Flash is this one?
They're doing Barry.
They both did Barry.
Oh, Barry now.
So they both did Barry.
Yeah.
Out of the two, which one did you like the most? The one really didn't get a chance, like you said, it was only a year, so I don't know if you can really judge it for 1 year.
Personally, I like the old cast, the John Wesley Shipp cast, and everything. I like that, most of that cast, but I like the current stories better in the new shows.
So they're doing good by the new shows. Now, are the new shows, do you think, up to date with the comics of now, or are they kind of like in the comics when you were growing up with the storylines?
I don't know because, like I said, they do Barry, and there was no there was a Star Labs.
Now, what's that?
That was in Wally's time in comics. It was where they did all the studies and all these experiments and all that stuff.
But yeah,
like it. But in the current Star Labs, it was more of, I don't know if they actually do too much studies now out of the one that Barry's coming out of.
Right. And I put you on the spot there. You even admitted that you don't know much about the Barry Allen storyline from before. It was yours was always Wally, so I guess it wouldn't have been the one of yours growing up because they're not using Wally. Do they even mention Wally or anything in this new one? Okay.
Yeah, and the new one they got Wally, and he is the African American
one. Okay. So are they two Flashes, or is he just Wally right now, and he's not Flash just yet?
He's Wally. He's the Kid Flash. He was only in there for a couple seasons, I think.
All right, so that sounds like they went off the storyline from the comics on that. Then kind of took some artistic liberties.
I'm not sure how this one got his powers. I don't remember. I gotta go back and watch the show.
Yeah.
But I don't know how he got him in the comics now.
Because I remember you said that he got him earlier. You said that Barry Allen's thing blew up and it then transferred over to him, to Wally, and he got the powers. But you also said that Barry died around that time too.
No, it didn't transfer.
Oh.
Wally got his powers because of the chemicals in that mock chemistry thing that Barry had set up.
Yeah.
And hit it and doused him with the chemicals. So he got his powers the exact same way Barry got his.
So was there a time that there was, in the comics, do you think there was a time that Barry was still there and that Wally was with him?
Yeah, Wally was...
Okay, so